What's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and today I am bringing you guys some Big Green. And Big Green is actually, it's back, baby. It is in the format, and it's doing awesome for me. It is insane. All right, so let's dive into my stats here so far. This is what I've been using to rank right now, and this is when I fixed the deck, and I've not really lost games since I fixed it, but it's also just been a decent deck altogether. It's around 57% win rate. It has dipped down a little bit low at times, but that's just because I've been on the draw 17 times out of I just barely played a game when I thought I was recording and I wasn't, so that was another time on the play. I was 10 games on the play, 17 on the draw, and that's just, I don't know why that always happens for me. It's really frustrating. But currently we have more wins on the draw, which is just not the way that things typically happen. That's not normal, and so this deck should be having a much higher win percent on the play than what we have on the draw. So this deck has the high chance of increasing its win percentage by quite a bit over 100 games, whatever. And so let's dive into this deck and why it's so awesome and what's here. So first off, I made a big change. I just said that I made a big change. The big thing I went for is I had 26 lands in the deck and it wasn't enough. I went up to 28. So I have 24 lands over here. I typically am someone that skims on lands quite a bit, but this just needed to happen because I had 28 lands in my deck, and I just barely drew a hand with one land because that's just how I work. Anyway, Kazandu Mammoth is our other 4 copies, our other 8. It gets us up to the 28. And with Azusa's many journeys, we get to play out quite a bit of few lands extra in the early game. And this is just, we want to be able to have an extra land with this in the early game. Potentially. We also have Jaspera Sentinel, so between these guys we like to be able to ramp up. Otherwise we just have a lot of good stuff in 2-drop slot, 3-drop slots, so we don't need to have extra lands in the battlefield. But we are really mana heavy. We want to make sure we're getting up to our Ulvenwald Oddity and our Wrenn and Seven. Typically most people play more copies of Esika's Chariot than Ulvenwald Oddity, or if they even play this at all. This has been bonkers for me, guys. This card is so good in the format right now. I might go up to a 4 of and might like drop something else. I would love to drop 1 Mammoth for this, but I apparently need the lands. So Ulvenwald Oddity, 4 mana 4/4 with trample and haste, and you can pay 7 to transform it. That actually happens a fair bit, and it has been one of the main ways I've been winning with this deck. It's an 8/8 with trample haste. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. So we are ramping up with Wrenn and Seven. We're ramping up with Jaspera Sentinels, with Azusa's many journeys, because we have a bunch of extra lands. We should be able to hit something extra in the early game. So we get this out early, and then Azusa's flips around, and we get to attack in with maybe this, with an Ulvenwald Oddity. And if it becomes blocked, we get to untap 3 extra lands. Let's say we haven't tapped down any lands yet. We expect this to happen. We get to then have 7 mana available. We tap down before the trigger fully finishes. We have to put full control to make that happen. You have to do it pretty quick as well. But then you get to just pay the 7. And you get to have an 8/8 that's hitting in with trample and haste. And this will also have trample and haste and be a 4/4 instead, which gets through most stuff. And then anything else you play from then on, all these guys have trample and haste, which is huge if it sticks on the battlefield. So I've just found that to be really awesome. If there's ever like the mono white, the Boros decks, Naya humans, all those decks end up building up. With our deck, we end up having kind of a stonewalling a little bit where both decks aren't really able to get past. This wins us games, Wrenn and Seven wins us games, and Esika's Chariot wins us games, like just consistently against those matchups, which has been really awesome. There's like a few times that I've lost being on the draw and having to mulligan down to 5, stuff like that. Like I have lost against them, but for the most part, this deck is just awesome. Since I've fixed it to go up to 28 lands, it's been working great. It shouldn't need that many lands. The 26 should be fine, especially with the ways that we have to go digging for other stuff and ramping up other places, but apparently you need it. So let's dive into the gameplay. Let's see how it does for us. Wish me luck. Here we go. Dude, I swear, the amount of times I get 2 land hands with this deck just baffles me. And nothing in the 2-drop slot. Well, we have a couple things, I guess, that are cheaper. We got a mulligan. We have to have other things. 2 lands again. All right. Drop the Vorinclex. Shambles. All right, go Sentinel. All right, so we need to have a 3rd snow permanent. Going for the guy that untaps snowlands is another option instead of Sentinel. Just going all in on the 2-drop slot. So far, Sentinel's been a little bit better for me. There's the occasional time you need blockers in the flying area as well. All right, so let's go pack leader. Do I Blizzard Brawl now when I can just still kill something? I can kill like Shambling Gas. So we tap down. Professor could be a good one to kill. I just want to get stuff off their board. Because I think I want to go for the Ogre Troll next turn. And so we're just going to get rid of the Professor of Symbology. Pass the turn. I would love for you to attack in. Please do. Going super aggro would be really nice. If we find land, then we just play a troll. We can attack him with these. Maybe it is pack leader. I want to be able to draw the cards, find the lands. Man, didn't find a land. So I guess we need to go for the card draw, right? So if they have Mihik Massacre and we attack in here and give them the treasure to be able to get up to 5 mana, that's bad. Still gonna do it. Attack in. They trade off. They don't trade off. All right, it could be Rites of Oblivion. Then, come on, dude. I swear. What is our percentage to find lands with this deck? MTG Assistant. Links down in the description below. Okay, it's 44% chance to find. We still haven't found land. Okay, well, we should be able to draw 2 cards here. So let's go for that. Yeah, we're going to go for the card draw. Found lands. All right. Good. All right. Now it's 41%. There you go. It keeps track for you. All right. Pack leader gets blocked. That's fine. See what kind of removal they got. Deadly Dispute, perhaps. Maybe they wanted to save it to make sure they could draw the cards they needed to. Get extra treasures. So yeah, we do have to worry about the board wipe coming now. I'm okay getting Old Girl Troll out because at least ramps us up to Wrenn and Seven. So even if they do have the Mihik Massacre. 3 mana. Wow, they're just digging deep. Whoa. Really trying to find the board wipe. And so, again, I will play out just hoping that if they're digging that deep, there's still the chance they don't find it. I'm not going to play out the other Sentinel. This at least will go onto a land, and we have Wrenn and Seven afterwards. Something to do. Hopefully we get to just keep drawing cards and hitting hard. That'd be awesome. Shambling Guess. Oh, okay, no board wipe. Whoa. Could be Wanderer. Wanderer is okay, though. All right, Vanishing Verse is annoying. They have another one? They might have thought that we had like Tamiyo Safekeeping in hand. We had 1 mana held up there. Play out land. I do have Wrenn and Seven online. Nah, we're gonna go for the card draw. We definitely want the cards. And hopefully find another land to be able to play with Azusa. Well, just every single one of our Wrenn and Sevens. That's cool too. Yeah, that's pretty awful, actually. Do I just buff here? Just get the trampoliness through. This is 4 extra points of damage. We don't really overcommit to the board. Although Azusa's Mini Journeys is not a bad one to be playing out there. It dodges board wipes except for Farewell. And I don't think they're going to be playing that. Deadly Disputes. Now it's 5 points of damage. I didn't find a land. Which means like we're almost guaranteed for a land on the next turn, right? We have a chance to draw still as well. Let's just go ramp. Let's go aggressive here. The Azusa would be nice because even if they do have board wipe, we at least have something hitting the battlefield before too long. But it's really slow. Like it's okay, put it out there, gain the life, then it flips around, and then it's still slow because it doesn't have haste. And so if we're trying to go aggro, I'd rather just be able to spend on this again and be able to get them down the lethal next turn. All right, so I mean they have tons of mana, tons of cards they could dug through. Like what kind of stuff can they have? All right, so they are playing a Farewell. Interesting. Loses their doesn't lose the treasure. They didn't choose that one. Wow, still not finding lands. What in the junk? All right, rebuild. Last turn. Wrenn and Seven at least gives us a token to build hit for 8. Next turn. Blocker. Annoying. Dude, what? See, I don't know. 28 lands, and I just can never find them. I'm even drawing 2 extra cards a turn. It's just I don't understand with this deck, guys. We haven't even found the mammoths, you know, like I don't know what it is the arena is trying to do against us, but it's just like it's doing it. All right, it's gonna say an artifact when it comes to creature. That's fine. So, land, please. We really need to start putting other threats on the battlefield. This, okay, that's a good threat. That is a good threat. It's not a land, however. We're gonna go attacking. Let's see if they double block the oddity, or if they go for the trade-off with the tokens. That's telling on what kind of removal they have. Double blocks, which means 6 damage gets through, which is great. They do have pest summoning. So another Ulvenwald Oddity is game. We found literally every one of our expensive cards except for Vorinclex. You know, like these are the only cards over 5 mana, which is the reason why we're playing 8 lands. But watch us find the mammoth now too that we can't actually use. All right, so wedding announcement. Yeah, that's cool. I think I try to let them go for the double blocks while we can get a chance at that. Finally found the land. So attack in. I'm guessing they double block with the pests on one of them. They don't. Interesting. Okay, I was gonna say, did they let one through? I was wondering if they're gonna forget that the life doesn't hit till after damage is dealt. That would have been sweet. All right, so we cleared the board again a little bit. We get a rebuild. We have something that dodges the farewell at least. I really wish this was instant speed. I wish it was closer to a collected company. For how expensive it is, it wouldn't be insanely busted to be collected company, but for 6 mana instead at instant speed. Having instant speed stuff at flashback would be interesting. That would be a little bit more busted, but still. All right, so we need to find what? Debating if I want to tick up on Wrenn and Seven first, or if I'm going to have my higher chance of finding our stuff, because all of our expensive stuff we've already found, but building up this board is going to be a bit awkward. Hey, all right, well, we find lands. That's cool and whatnot, I guess. Watch us put all of our Ulvenwald Oddities into the graveyard now. There's one. Yeah. Is that all of them, actually? I think we have one more in the deck. I don't want to overcommit to this board too much. Swing in for 7. Ranger class would be pretty nice to find. We kind of just need to go wide a little bit too. So if they go for board wipe, the next turn I'm going for Wrenn and Seven, make a token, and then another Wrenn and Seven, make another token, and just try to rebuild as quick as possible. This does let us go wide. Feels like board wipe's coming though. Pass the turn. I would love to find our Tamiyo Safekeeping as well. Did we also mill those over? No, we just haven't drawn them. Halfway through the deck. All right, all right. Blizzard Brawls, Master's Rebukes, you know, all the things that would help us get past the creatures. Does nothing. All right, so definitely Wanderer, right? Wanderer is one thing they've definitely have got now. All right, I can put 2 lands down. I can also just get lands down with Azusa, I guess. Boseiju can also be pretty nice. Let's play out the land. The 8 mana. They didn't go for board wipe, so I'm not sure how much I want to overcommit to this board now. Let's attack in. Let's see how they block. So I can kill Wedding Announcement, which will kill the Edgar. I'm not sure I actually want him flipping around, because then he gets a bunch of lifelinking tokens. We knew that there was Wanderer coming. Let's see what they exile. It's probably the Old Growth Troll. The only thing with Trample. They could also just give, like, First Strike to Edgar or something. Exile's there. That's fine. Okay.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Okay, they block and block. And now we go for kill that. We at least get to flip the Edgar around. Attach you there. I actually would like to be able to activate this and get a Trample Dude again, because honestly, that's probably the most important thing. Take up 5 more lands, play more lands. Just have another threat, though. Let's do the threat thing instead, I guess.
They prepare for war.
How many things have been exiled? So how many farewells do we feel like they're gonna have? I could try to actually take up on this one.
Trees are old, and we will help you find safety.
All right, so Azusa, Many Journeys. I'm purposely trying to get out an enchantment as well, because if they go for the board wipe, this won't really do much anyway. Okay, if they go for the board wipe here, or for the farewell, I want them to hit enchantments to get rid of the Edgar as well. Oh, it's an artifact. Never mind. That doesn't work as well. Crap. All right, we also have Storm the Festival again online from the graveyard. If they don't have farewell, okay, it has to not be farewell. That's the thing that's got to happen. Only 2 cards though.
How we greet our enemies.
I mean, they dug through so many cards in the early game, so it's time for another board wipe. Feels like it should be happening, right? Okay, do we... Getting to the ultimate would be so sweet. No, and the graveyard. And our troll is gone. No. All right. Yeah, make a dude.
The will of the woods is
Did they lose their Edgar?
manifest.
Did they accidentally forget not to do artifacts? All right, not. Do I want another Wrenn and Seven? Okay, they're tapped out. They don't. They have no. Sorry, they have no cards, which means the odds of them drawing in the top deck here has to be insanely good. We're doing another Wrenn and Seven. We're going full on aggro here now.
The entire forest
Okay.
is an army.
They don't have anything for Field of Ruin to go filtering a little bit better. They can tick up on here. Doesn't really matter.
Strike fast and strike.
Lolth. I mean, that's a good card. That's flipping amazing.
I'm
Stop it.
hungry.
Okay, come on.
You stay.
One piece of
Aren't I
removal.
generous?
One piece of removal. That's all that we need. Or something to be able to crew up the Chariot wouldn't be bad, just to be able to let us swing in a little bit more aggressively. They're going to have to trade off, block all the big things. They get to replay the lull. They get Edgar to get an extra token. Dang it, man, there's so many things. That's a nice draw. It is an okay draw. Hey. This is the biggest issue with Wrenn and Seven, is that it does drop all of our good stuff, you know? All right, so we can make another token here. Waiting. The Emperor gets to kill something. We get to draw cards. We still do this. It's still what we're doing. Man, we need trample. We need the oddity. So bad. So they block the Chariot. They chump here. They're chumping them no matter what because they get enough to be able to play the tokens again with the Lolth, right? Wanderer gets to kill this. They go up to 8. Yeah, I mean, we do it anyway. We're still just making another 10-10. We lose the Chariot. They lose their other stuff. We have a blocker for the Edgar, at least, until they draw something amazing. I mean, they drew something, right? So that means that they're due for a land now. That's how it goes, right? Yeah, so this is what was expected. It's fine. We have Lair of the Hydra next turn for something really big as well, so... keeping a decent amount of threats. And I think I actually prefer them to not have this flip. You do have Field of Ruin for the Lair of the Hydra. We're milling ourselves out pretty aggressively to the game. They found nothing? Or they found another board wipe, Meat Hook Massacre or some such nonsense. All right, all right. We did it, we did it. Whew. Good stuff. All right, ranking up, ranking up. All right, pretty awesome hand. Here's always the awkward thing. All right, I have 28 lands in my deck, so I should be able to use this Mammoth, right? I never trust it. I always get screwed on lands like so often. But we're going to try to hold on to this Mammoth, play it on turn 3. We have Ranger class, we have Mammoth. The other thing, too, is Azusa is really awesome to be able to go for, like, Ranger class and activate it on the same turn, which is really nice. Not playing the Mammoth out. We're going to go for other stuffs here. Boseiju, also a fantastic thing to deal with all of the enchantments and stuff. The biggest... The deck I've had the hardest time winning against is the Naya Runes deck, but as long as we have, like, some early game removal, we typically can outpace them, unless they just have, like, the absolute nut draw. All right, so Kami Transient, so, you know, this deck, all right, we found an extra green source. That is what I was looking for. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to level up here. It's a little bit awkward killing this so early. And we are losing out in the removal that could be good for some other stuff, but that guy gets really big. We want to get something off the board that can become a 6/6 before our stuff can be 6/6s, you know? All right, so this is Naya, not Naya Runes, just Naya enchantments in general. Intriguing. All right, so let's go for the Oddity. I might need this Mammoth to get to the Wrenn and Seven. We'll see what ends up happening. Down to 11 past the turn. All right, so we have one guy with Trample at the moment. Let's see how much removal they got. Greenforge, okay. Greenforge Champion. They have the mana to be able to give it lifelink. They don't go for that. Sweet. Master's Rebuke should be good then for the game. All right, so I already have this ticked up. So we're gonna go Master's Rebuke. You kill you. Counter here on the Trampley guy. They block the 3. They take 6. Down to 5. All right, let's see how much life gain can they produce. We're gonna go for the Wrenn and Seven. I want to get to this to transforming this, but I'd love to be able to do it with the Wrenn and Seven on the battlefield as well. Okay. They play out common transients after the Jukai. Perfect. Exactly what I like to see. We're gonna speed. All right. Cool. All right. So they do have enough to trade off with the Oddity, except not through Ranger's class. So that's fine. All right. There's another guy. Forgot about that one. All right. Wrenn and Seven.
Symbiosis is harmony, and harmony is strength. The will
All right, so they're willing to trade off, and I'm willing to give them the trade. I believe. So I'm just debating if I want to go in with this wolf as well. I don't think so. Losing the Oddity will be annoying, especially because they still do have blockers. They can probably rebuild, but the only way they actually kill this is by blocking here and here after we get the counter onto it. If I give them the wolf as an option, they can just gain the life here, not kill the Oddity. Do it. But then they have to block with the Naturalist, which is what I'm kind of going for. They can block here, they block, and block here. I'm definitely putting 7, the counter onto Oddity. Let's go ahead and put the counter here. Let's try it out. It's a little bit greedy. I'm feeling like the wolf will actually be able to have a chance of getting through. Okay, so they block there. They have to block with Naturalist. That's fine. So they're leaving the transients. Okay, so this is actually kind of what I hope for. They're going for killing the Wrenn and Seven. Tree Folk. Man, having a land would be really nice. Storm the Festival can help a little bit. All right, no removal, which is great. They can't really attack Wrenn and Seven. Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, so we're not quite to being able to activate the Oddity, but let's go ahead and tick up and then activate the Storm the Festival. We can get a few extra things. Potentially another Ulvenwald Oddity, which would be sweet. All right, so we get Azusa and Pack Leader. We'll play out a Lair the Hydra. And I think we just go aggro now. Counter onto the Oddity. So yeah, jumps here. Yeah, goes for the trade-off. Jumps there. Yeah, it's what we had to do. It's fine. Fast turn. We also just have Lair of the Hydra if they don't have enough blockers here. So the biggest thing that they need is life gain. I don't think they'll have it. Werewolf Pack Leader can also get trample. I think that's game. Yeah, we're gonna go Lair of the Hydra, X5. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sweet. Good stuff. I like it. I like it lots. All right, very pretty hand. I like pretty things. All we're looking for now is like a piece of removal for some of the matchups that get difficult. And hopefully we can do it before they exile all of our stuff. On the draw again. Aspirant. Okay, gets a counter. Pack Leader, go. Pass the turn. All right. Apparition. Yep. Yep. As expected. Hey, come on, Blizzard Brawl. Blizzard Brawl. Deck. Go for card draw. They can hold this up and not be able to get past us. This can actually block the Aspirant and trade off. Let's go for the Troll. Pass the turn. All right, it is Naya. Okay. Alana. Crap. They don't put the counter to Helana. Interesting. Come on, give me the removals. I need the removals. I think I need them to trade off with stuff. They can go pretty aggressive back at us. And next we're in trouble. So I kind of just have to force, like, hope that they trade off with something here. I would love for them to block with both creatures. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what we like. So Oddity dies. They keep the Aspirant, which is annoying, but we at least have another chump blocker. Sigarda. Okay, yeah. On the draw here, this is the matchup where, like, we can typically stonewall them and do okay, but we have to be able to have more stuff. Yeah, the flyer in the air is going to kill us. We have to have the removal in the early game to be able to win this one. And we just, yeah, had nothing. Had nothing. Yeah, we're dead in the air, so good game. Gosh dang it. Where's the removals? All right, we have a Sentinel. I'm actually intrigued to see how Sentinel plays out here. I've been debating if I actually want to just cut out the Sentinels entirely. This is a pretty sweet hand, by the way. Yeah, Azusa, we get the ramp. I'm looking for land number 4. Try to get to this Vorinclex quickly. The biggest thing we're missing out on is Ranger class. I have 2 copies of Ranger class, but we're not drawing it because we have less of them. That is a land that we could play to get ramped up to, like, a other stuff things, you know, whatever. Spell Pierce. Good, 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 good. All right. Do I just need more threats? Right now, these are the only 2 threats, right? And I guess I have 4 mana already. That'll be fine. Swing in. Yeah, swing in. Down to 19, pass the turn. Boseiju. All right, so play you out to be able to pay for disruption. Trample or just Mammoth to have a big guy. I mean, if this dies, all right. So this is the Hinata deck actually. So 4 toughness is a little bit better. They still do have answers for this, but 4 toughness makes it a little bit easier. Mammoth could be nice too. Pass turn. Let's see, probably just card draw. Fading Hope. Yeah, that's the other way they could go for it. Yeah. Cool. I'm pretty close to Vorinclex. Vorinclex will be something that's more difficult for them to deal with. I have ramp. If I have a creature to tap down, that's something. So I'm actually looking for, like, another 1-drop or 2-drop. I guess this will be that as well. They've been missing land drops. I like that. Even with the scry? Oh no, I just made extra land drops. That's right. Forgot about that. That's right. That's what we do. Okay, so flip this around. Nothing with haste at the moment. Actually, does that give us Vorinclex? I do believe it does. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And if they can't answer this right away, they probably have another Fading Hope, which is, you know, annoying. Yeah, Fading Hope. Okay. Of course. Yay, magic is so fun all of the time. All right, we're actually going to go aggro here. I'm expecting, like, a Sot coming now. We just have to hit their face before too long. You know, eventually that just has to happen. Now we can play multiple things. So if it is a counter spell, it's fine. Now we go for Pack Leader. They know that we have this, so let's go ahead and play out the Troll or see if they want to counter that. I want to play this out as a land to guarantee the Vorinclex with a wide board. So they counter this. Oh, they go for the card draw. All right, so it could be like double crush the weak or something like that could happen. I'm gonna get this out taps. We're gonna go for let's attack with everything, not have to tap down Sentinel. Basically lethal on board next turn. No counters. Yeah, Vorinclex is a little bit awkward. The reason I have Vorinclex is because we are ramping up, so we can do it. Crap. Stupid. All right. Do I have enough mana to still be able to activate this? No. No, because it would just leave itself up. It's the 2 extra mana. So, well, we go Vorinclex. We hit for 6. Let's hope for some oddities as well. We need to find hasty threats. Having the Lair of the Hydra is nice. Having the Trample guy is going to be nice. So even a land lets us have Lair of the Hydra. Doesn't say non-land. Go back iteration. Uh-oh. Tasha's Hideous Laughter? Unexpected Windfall. Okay. So 4 treasures. 4 extra cards. Hinata comes out. Okay. That's the Hinata. Oddity. All right, so we play out Oddity. We're not going to go for the waiting until we can buff. I mean, next turn we have it if they want to block the Vorinclex instead, but they trade off here. We know that's going to happen. But this also lets us have a troll in the next turn. They found so many cards, though, is the issue. So we at least killed one of them. Good game? Good game. All right, so yeah, because then we get to have the troll and the Lair of the Hydra on the next turn. And we forced them to get rid of their biggest threat for us. Like, if they had a Magma Opus and that, bad stuff. Guys, look, I was able to be on the play a couple of times. I mean, I was on the draw a couple of times, too, but, you know. So yeah, ultimately this deck is pretty rocking. So what are the decks that we lose up against? There are some mono white decks that I've lost, but again, we've been on the draw a lot, and I've also switched the deck up since then. That I think that things got a little bit better. So let's look at this deck here. Yeah, look at the deck here. I like it. I think it's really good. There are some things to change. I think Jaspera Sentinel, it has been okay for me. I think that I would drop both of these and go either up to 2 copies of Ranger class or 1 extra copy of Ranger class and like 1 more Blizzard Brawl or one of these things, just like, because we just need those cards. Having an extra Oddity would also be good. So like going down to Sentinel, you know, I'm just going to do this. People get mad at me when I change the deck from what it was at the beginning of the video. So I'll keep it there. Okay. I'm going to change this for myself afterwards though, but I'm going to drop the 2 Sentinels. They are nice, but our deck right now is built around playing stuff on turn 2 and being able to get just bigger things in general. So I would rather have 4 copies of Oddity because there's just so many times I'm like, if I find Oddity, life is better. So having Oddity would just be, I want that to be 4 of. I might even find something else with Trample and Haste. I think there's the Frog, Trample, Haste. I mean, that's part of the reason for the Vorinclex as well. This can also be good. Primal Adversary just as another way because we are playing enough lands to make it happen. Froghemoth is not a terrible card. Yeah, I mean, it's ways to gain life. It gets bigger too. Like maybe just a 1 of her Froghemoth is not a bad way to go instead of the extra copy of Oddity. I don't know. That would be an interesting one. Trample is really good in the format right now. There are things that trade off with this, but there's as many times that we don't have it, especially if we have an extra Ranger class. So maybe I'll do that. Like go down 2 Sentinels, go up 1 Ranger class, 1 Froghemoth, and then maybe down a Mammoth for the Oddity and see if we can go for 27 lands. I mean, that should work, right? Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.